Our parents here, we've got a little surprise for them. We have to leave this on, unfortunately, because we've had some technical difficulties, so we're just not gonna play with it, so we're just gonna leave it on for now. Where are my parents right now? So I know where they are. Okay, so there's my mother, there's my father. Okay.
Remember them?
I remember them, yes. I just want to say something quick to my mother first. She has been amazing to me my whole life, and I'm already crying. I haven't even said anything.
Well, you're just like your father.
I am. I know.
But we love you both.
I swear I've said this speech 100 times just because I thought if I said it 100 times I wouldn't cry here, and I cried every one of those 100 times. So we'll see what happens. I just wanted to say I could say a million things. There's a million different stories that I could talk about, but there's one that really hits close to home with me, and that was when I was in grade 8. I was on the cross country team, and I've been running for about 4 years on the team, and every year I would lose to this one girl. I swear to God, it just killed me. I would lose to her every year, and so my final year was my final chance to beat her, and my mother said to me, you know what, this is what we're going to do. You're going to run every single night, and you're going to run this course that I mapped out for you, and if you run every single night until the race, then I will come with you every night. And I'll also forego your $200 debt for your clothes that year. So I was pretty happy about that, and I said, okay, all right. So I ran every single night for a month, or at least it felt like that. And she came with me the whole time. She would bike beside me, or she would rollerblade, or if it was raining, she would drive her car. Yeah, she was there. Yeah. And she was motivating me the whole time. I mean, she knew every spot where I was going to break down, and where in my head I was saying, you know, I can't do this anymore. I just can't do this anymore. This is the 100th time I've done this. I can't do it. And she would just be in my ear. You can do it, Jasper. You can do this. You can get this done. And so when race day finally came, she always helped out with everything. That's another thing that she's always done. And so she was the person at the finish line handing out the place card. So as you cross the finish line, she would hand you your ticket, whatever number you came in. And so as I came out of the woods, she was standing there with my first place ticket to hand to me. And she just looked at me. I mean, I've never seen her so proud. I'll never forget it. You mean so much to me, and you've done so much for me, and you've just been there through everything, and I love you so much, and thank you.
I just died. I'll deal with it later, okay? Before I talk, I just want to say all of this whole thing, everything that's happened is because of her, right there. Big round of applause for Jazz. I mean, it's our party, but it's her party, and I've been her little errand boy while she's been playing. So if there's anybody to thank for all you people being here, it's totally her. Absolutely. One more. So I planned a big long speech, but I'm going to try to condense it because I know you're probably all sitting too long. My mom, always been there for me my whole life. I'm going to cry too. Hell no. She's just the nicest, most caring person I think I've ever known. She's so generous. I gotta say, like, I'm talking about memories. If I'm thinking of one, and I just thought of it, but when I was little, I remember I had this test, and I didn't want to do the test. I didn't tell her about it. It was the next morning. I must have been like, I don't know, grade 1 or 2. And the morning comes, and I'm just going to scurry off to school and fail the test, and I don't care. And I felt so bad, and I could see her, and I felt so bad for not telling her about it that I said, Mom, and I broke down. I bawled my eyes out. And I said, Mom, I have a test, and I forgot about the test. That's what I said. I forgot about the test. But I was just so scared. I'm like, I'm going to fail this test, and she'd be so disappointed in me. And she looked at me, and she said, it's okay. And she took me to the chiropractic office in Wasaga. I was late for school. She took me there, and she put me in the back room, and I studied for like, I don't know, 3 hours. And she'd be like at the office, like taking in patients, and then every 10 minutes she'd come to the back and help me study for my, I don't know, science or social studies, whatever test I'm doing. And then at lunchtime, she took me to the school, and I did the test, and of course I aced the test. But that's just the kind of things that she will go out of her way. Doesn't matter what she would be doing, like she will sacrifice everything to help you with any problem you have, or she's such a good listener, and I can talk to her about anything. She's probably the main reason that I switched from science to filmmaking. But she just tells you to follow your dreams and follow your heart, and she's just supported me 100% of the way. And Mom, I'm a better person for every day for knowing you, and everybody around you is a better person for being around you. So I love you so much.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk to my father now, and I think he's already crying. So
let's see your shovel.
Yeah, get your punches. Start your punches now. So I could say a million different stories about my father. I don't know why this is happening. He's been my biggest motivator my whole life. He never says a negative thing. I mean, you all know this, you know him, and he just never says anything negative. He always is there to motivate you. And my father and I don't know if any of you know this, but we had a skating rink in our backyard that my father made.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, he worked so hard on this thing, and it was the greatest thing I've ever had in my life, is a skating rink. And the first year we had it, we had 1 centimeter high boards. So you can picture us passing the puck, and I mean it's gone. Like the puck just goes out towards the house or anywhere. We've got these nets that are plastic, so you shoot in them and the net falls over. And you got moguls on the ice, literally on the ice. I mean, it was just you're skating over top. And you pass the puck and it would go flying and everything, and we'd be chasing it. And my father and I spent night after night on that rink, and I would beg him to come out there, and he'd play hard to get with me, I'll tell you that. He would say, no, I gotta come out there. I mean, he'd work a whole day of work, and I'd be begging him to come out there, and he knew if he's coming out there with me, he's gonna be out there for hours. So he would always say yes every time, and we'd be out there, and we would be playing, just the two of us on this ice, and it was just so much fun, and him and I we spent those moments together, and he never let me win, not once. Yeah.
I had to carry it as long as I could. As long as I could.
No, he never let me win, and but you know what? It made me a better person, because if I did win, I mean, I had to work my butt off to win that game, and I knew I must be improving if I was finally beating him, and he taught me to never give up on anything, and just to keep following everything.
There you go.
Yeah. I think I got it.
Well, not punching it. Tear punches.
And he just he's always been that way. I mean, I call him now, and I think that's why I always call him first, because he knows me so well. Like, he's been in those moments where you can't. He's been in those moments where, you're just down at your bottom and you just think you can't go any farther, and yet somehow you push through and somehow you get through that. And him and I have always shared that kind of common ground. And
You can do it, girl.
I love you so much, and both of you are not only my parents anymore, you're also my best friends. So, thank you.
After that.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. My pop, the coolest person in the world by far, the coolest guy I've ever met.
Yeah, me too.
And I mean, there's nobody that I'd rather spend a day with than that guy right there. I could spend days, months, years, whatever, just chilling with him. But there's nobody in the world that can make me laugh harder than that guy. Like on the floor, tears just pouring down my face, like just unbelievably, like just makes me laugh. So he's the funniest guy. And gonna take a memory, fishing.
Catch those river monsters.
Me and my pop conquer nature, conquer Mother Nature.
Yeah.
And we gotta be men. We're such men, we gotta be men. And we take our wakeboard boat, make it a fishing boat. And I know you all probably know that like 6 days we went out. And,